Nice. Nice. There we go. What do we want? I feel like playing just cause, bro. Okay. Can you feel the love? Just cause. Let's go. Safe and sound. Wait, there's no audio, bro. Nice. There we go.
Peggy 18.
It's too loud.
tourist destination of Medici. The annual festivities are held in honor of Medici's de facto head of state, General Sebastiano di Ravello.
I'm the trouble starter, pumpkin instigate. I'm the fear addicted, danger illustrated. This is pure insanity. I'm a fire starter, twisted fire starter.
Explosion averted.
It's too loud.
Di Ravello's iron grip. Firm amidst numerous reports of human rights violations. Some dissenters are allegedly sentenced to forced labor mining the mysterious material Bavarium, while others seemingly just disappear.
I'm the self-inflicted.
It's still so loud. Nice. Shit.
I'm the one infected, twisted, animated.
You are welcome, son. You are welcome.
I'm a fire starter. You're a fire starter.
You're a bellow. Hello, 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 hello.
We now go live to a press conference with General Di Ravello himself.
Cannot sit idly by as these terrorists. What a load of horse apples. You believe this guy, Rico?
ETA to LZ, 4 minutes.
Morning, sunshine. Wake up, Rico. Showtime.
Sheldon, where's the good stuff?
Oh, damn if I know. Hell, there may not be any good stuff.
This is for the rebels? Or is it for the Ravello?
One or the other. It's kind of hard to keep track.
Nothing's changed since Banal.
That can't be helped. You see, Sebastiano di Ravello is sitting on a ton of Bavarian, which makes him the agency's best goddamn friend.
This was my home, Sheldon.
Enjoy your homecoming. And, don't forget to go fine. So, you're meeting your friend, right?
Mario, we go way back.
Good, good. LZ's 2 clicks out.
This should do it. Now,
What are you planning to do, son?
something subtle. Here we go. Wish me luck.
Why? You never needed it before!
Just cause 3. Sheesh. fast, bro. Can you feel the love? Bitch. Can you feel the love?
it's me, Mario.
It's a me, Mario. Wait, just wait, bro. How?
The militia are here! Take him out! Yeah! I bet you militia were not expecting Rico fucking Rodriguez!
Huh?
Rico! It's been so long! Years! You came just in the nick of time. Piravello's militia would have killed me for sure!
Nice work, Mario. You learned a thing or two since I left.
Yeah, you're not too bad yourself, huh? You still don't cover yourself. You must always cover yourself. You don't... This is pure insanity! I saw you coming in on the plane, and you were like, "Zumba, zumba." It was incredible! I'm glad you're back.
It's good to see you too, Mario.
The rebels. We're in trouble. We've got to go.
Hey, Mario. All right.
Hurry up, Rico!
How do I hide? Bro.
Mario, where are you? We're pinned down! We're coming. Step on it, Rico!
You're a rebel now.
You know how it is. One thing leads to another, and then bang! Mario Frigo's holding a shotgun fighting Ravello.
What? What? Why did you do that? You pressed space.
A checkpoint! Don't stop, Rico! Nice one, Rico!
shoot him. Oh my dear.
There they are. I wish we could use that tank, but it's not going anywhere.
I bet the cannon still works.
You're a genius, Rico. I could keep you. Let's get him. The bounty. She's pinned down at the farm.
Tommy pending. The farm is compromised. Expect to be overrun soon. Requesting assistance.
Rico, can you go? You have to protect her. I'll meet you up there.
No problem, Mario.
You can take this chopper, Frotre.
Chopper. Go, go, go.
Good morning, citizens of Medici. I'm, apparently, the new voice of the General's News Network. Your only legal source of current events. Another successful Di Ravello week is in the books. Some minor reports of anti-government action, but we have troops en route to utterly destroy the last pocket of resistance as we speak. Viva Medici! You must be the backup! Get up on the tower and man the gun!
Can you feel the love?
We did it! You know, I mean, I did it and you helped some. But we make a good team, eh? Frigo and etc.
It's a buddy film waiting to happen.
Wow, I look amazing.
Wow.
Ah, there you are.
Dima Ali Umar al Masri.
Radius shattered. Scaffold intact. Ah, the scrap on my just dated. Huh, ancient. Time for upgrade.
What is bro doing?
I must investigate.
Dima, it's nice to see you too, Dima.
Oh. Hello.
Hello. Hello. I don't like how the aiming works here.
Your grappler still.
How do I run? Run. Oops. How do I run? Okay. I guess he's running by default.
Outdated. Come see me for upgrade.
Hey, can I have your autograph? Or maybe a parachute ride? Pardon.
These look deadly.
I guess I'm full ammo.
You're the man, Rico.
This is a dangerous undertaking. Rebellion in Medici. Follow me.
Medici.
Something entirely Macron related. It's an improved model. We can begin field test immediately. Do you still have your parachute?
See.
Good. I'm glad we
See.
were able to reduce the catastrophic failure rate. We were cautious. Thorough. Safety minded. Not like...
Dima,
Remember Guatemala. I am not cut out for field work, but you rescued me. After Guatemala, I was assigned to study Bavarian. Bavarium exists only in Medici. It's curious. In addition to its
Medici.
magnetic properties, Bavarium can be refined into a powerful explosive, or almost limitless fuel source in the wrong hands. Oh, Rico, Bavarium is in the wrong
we're
hands.
going to change that. I know I can count on Mario, Dima. Not you.
Made a lot of mistakes, Rico.
Forgiveness begins with action.
Yes, but no more excuses. I will help. I will meet you at the outpost, Guardia Alpha. You can help me test some new equipment.
What?
Rico, launch the grapple. While reeling in, open your parachute. Ah, good. Good. Now come meet me at Guardia Alpha. averted.
Explosion.
Safety first.
Are you alright?
Yes, no. Alright. I should be on hand to address any hiccups in the design.
What?
You are not afraid of flying, are you? Ah, no. An acrophobic agent. Preposterous. Oh, these are rebels.
Salud.
Salud.
What did you do to me?
This is a march of technology. Your grappler has been updated. There is less chance for violent limb detachment. You can now tether to items and retract. Friend Mario suggested we call it Hachanotri. So that name will likely not be requested.
Disguardia Alpha seems like a good place to start. Maybe take out that gate?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
It will allow you access to the outpost. Well, I have noted that the rebels are weak at climbing fences. Poor diet, perhaps.
I know you guys have had it rough. But this changes everything. This device will let me tear the outpost apart. Without bullets.
That did it. I'm going in.
Sheesh. Ew.
Track now functional. Also, I request additional assistance. Please, note new coordinates.
Meet Dima. Where? Go.
Shoddy work. The firewall is positive porous. Is this communication network created by baboons? Impractical. Never mind.
You could have just yelled.
There is an attack imminent. Government forces are approaching.
It's a retaliatory strike for last night.
The rebels are in peril. They'll be overrun, crushed by opposing ground units. It's tragic. It's exciting. Not exciting. Not as an attack exciting. I misspoke. This is an exciting chance to test my newest invention.
What's that?
Also to avert disaster. Put out your hands. Like so.
Like so.
What are you doing, woman?
Huh?
Ow!
Damn it. You now have wingsuit. Handy for gliding.
Wait, I don't remember doing this before.
It's best if you start near precipice. Wingsuit to bridge. I hope this works. Both have saints free. We have got to make things right.
Hey, Dima. This wingsuit is in fire.
What?
Might not have mentioned. I've given you experimental device GE-64. Bavarian-based planted explosive.
We'll start with the bridge then. I'm heading to a vantage point now.
The Revelos forces moving quickly. Please, make haste.
Okay.
Viravello's military won't know what hit them.
Success! Hey, I recommend you make a deadly cool comic quip or... Wait, I am tracking incoming helicopters. 2 surface-to-air missile batteries are nearby. Marking their locations. Recommend reprogramming. Now, access the SAM's command panel.
What? No, 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 no.
The battery's under our control. Move to the other side. Hurry!
That should do it. I've made myself some new friends. Good work, Diva.
And thank you for being test subject. Okay, bye-bye.
Okay, bye bye.
Come in. Rico, hello. It's me, Mario.
It's a me, Mario.
Mario Frico? You remember my grandmother's place? She's cooking tonight. You must come over. Over.
How did you get a comlink, Mario?
What? We all got them. Hey, Rico, you're supposed to say over. Over.
Over.
We? Over.
Don't worry about the no-com links. Grandmother is already cooking. Don't be late. Over.
How do I? How do I activate? Hold E. Shift. Air brake. Oh shit. What? Shift. E.
Rico, dinner's getting cold. Grandmother is going crazy. You must come.
Nico, is that you?
It's me, Gramadre.
You come screaming. Would you please stand back? To get rid of that junk on my lawn.
Certo, Gramadre.
Grandmadre.
Grandmadre doesn't like the car. She never finished. I was waiting for you.
I don't blame you. You know, leaving.
Mario, I have a choice.
You know, I never really thought about it. But there's a difference between you look and you see. Look at me. She's beautiful. She's a really song. You
Mario.
Philosophical.
Nothing like that. I've been helping the rebels. But I'm a small-time man. We're no army. You saw the attacks on the other week. The rebels were running away. They were hiding. It was embarrassing.
Mario! Rico! It's time for
Gran
supper!
Matre! Give us 1 minute! We will be inside, please!
Please.
She's a little bit deaf.
I got a plan.
Please.
The Revello holds power in the cities and towns. Without his bases, the Greek would gather support.
Wait.
Forces.
Let's see. Safe and sound. Cherry blossom. Wait. I need the white hat low. Bro. It's out of stock already. Size 11. Sheesh. Safe and sound. Yeah. Who charged? What the fuck? Let's go.
I know liberate Crimea. That's a tall order, right? I don't think so. We got to show the people we can take back their cities and transform. I'm also going to destroy this Electra. That's crazy. It's time to cut the power. Rivello built that plant in what? 3-4 months? I'm going to reduce it to a smoldering wreck in less than a day. Whatever
whatever you do, we've got your back. And whatever you destroy, we'll rebuild.
We bond.
Boys!
But all this talking isn't putting food in my stomach. Let's go.
So,
Hello, Rico. Welcome back to Medici. This Alessia, the voice of Radio del Revolution. Mario told me that you're looking to liberate the town of Manaia and destroy the Visa Electra plant. I have to say, I cannot wait to see you in action. I'll call you again when you get close.
okay. Here it tells you how to unlock the mission. For this, you must liberate Manea. Select Manea. Okay. Oh shit. Bro! Jesus Christ. Okay.
Perfect parking space.
Perfect parking space. What's this thing called? Parachute? What? There's no parachute here. Well.
Rico, welcome to Manaia. I grew up here, so I'm only too happy to give you a tour of
What?
how these rebels with this beautiful city.
What the? Right heck?
Ah, that voice! Shut that stupid voice up!
It's not.
We've lost him. Get back to your posts.
Police stations have been taken over by the VRM. Take them back. These are not Policia. These are the rebellious thugs. Violent and
Reports of hostiles in the area. All units respond.
I forgot how to play it. What the fuck is this? What?
Choppers are inbound. Repeat, choppers are inbound.
Jump! Oh shit! Thanks for the help. Okay.
Big mistake, guys.
Guess who's back? Guess who's back?
Rico, you made it!
I'm here. What did you want to show me?
It's right in front of you, Rico. One of Mario's finest garages.
All I see is a blue building on a dock.
I'll show you. Here, head to these coordinates.
Are your garages always on docks?
Sometimes they're at docks, sometimes near airstrips, but they're all the same. You could bring any vehicle to anywhere. You could bring a boat to an airstrip if you wanted.
How would I get a boat to an airstrip?
I don't know, Rico. You're the one with the crazy grappling hook. You'll figure it out.
True.
My point is, you can bring any vehicle to any of my garages.
But I assume I'll have to liberate the towns first.
Are you there yet?
Wait, you want me to bring this scooter? Why?
Don't worry about it, Rico. No one will miss it. Your map can help you find my garages. Go ahead.
Then why am I doing this?
I'm the equipment guy for the rebellion, Rico. I bring weapons and vehicles to the rebels all over Medici.
Oh no.
But why do you need this scooter?
You remember little Cecilia Crespo? The one with the bad breath, they called her Dracona? This is her bike. Beauty, eh? She made fun of my hair. She said it was crispy, so we play a little prank on her, eh? And it benefits you and the revolution to boot.
And how does stealing Cecilia's stupid scooter benefit me?
Don't be slow, Rico. I take the bike, I break it apart. The guys use it to make more bikes. Everyone gets bikes, everyone wins. Except the Dracona. She won't be happy, but that's the point.
It occurs to me that a tank or an RPG might be more useful than this scooter.
Yes, and if you bring down the Ravello's bases, my boys can learn about the vehicles kept there and bring them to you. But don't
No!
bring any
No,
of
no,
that
no,
stuff
no,
to my
no.
garages.
Why not?
It throws too much heat, Rico. I've got to keep a low profile to provide the services I provide.
What is going on?
Welcome back, Rico. Just park the bike right on the blue painted area.
They work fast, Mario, but I'm still stuck with just sure how these. Help me.
Throw them to tell my delivery guys where to drop your equipment. Just pick what you want using my new Rebel Drop app.
Vehicles. Eobus Eagle. Helicopter tub. Helicopters. Eobus Eagle. Oh, I did not know about this. We have one to drop this. Add. Two-handed. Okay. So shotgun. Okay. Oh, I have this already. This one's the best. UPM 61. Hmm. With the wire.
Yes, you're getting a chopper. So, throw the beacon to a spot with enough space to take off and land and everything.
And it goes right to where the beacons are?
Sure, it's some Dima work, designed from way back. She makes sure all my garages have them.
Holy shit.
Bet your ass. Anytime you need anything, just use the app. But we can only supply what you can find, so get cracking.
Another tool of the trade.
Rico, you need to liberate the province of Bahia.
I'm dead. What the fuck? No way, bro. I still have the gun. Alright. Let's liberate everyone. Go here.
Rico, I see you're at Vita Electra. They built this place in 8 weeks using prison labor, yet none of its power goes to the
Wait. What?
Get in there and
Bro, climb up.
Nice and clean.
Rico, take out the satellite dishes.
There you go.
That's the core electrical units there. They're tough, but if you know where to shoot them, they blow up nice. Blow up those transformers, Rico. Throw a wrench into the military's power supply.
Men, pile out and fire. Turbines locked behind blast doors.
You got to open them. Find a set of breakers nearby. Hit the second one before the system resets.
Where? What? Okay.
Another free job.
Lighthouse blast.
Hi! Sheldon Rico! What's the situation? Have we lost it?
Where do we go now? Guess we should go south and then go north. Yes, sir. Or I should free this entire thing. My head hurts. And get a rest, bruh. What else do I have? I haven't finished Hi-Fi Rush yet. I want this leaf blower thing. Payday Outer Wilds. Uplink. Guess who's back? Guess who's back? Guess who's back? There's no people, bro. There's no crowd.
Nobody ever expects to get Meepo booted in a game. They might have practiced some stuff, they might have gotten used to the cheese, but guarantee Tundra have something special up their sleeves. To find out what that speciality will be from Tundra, to find out what the hero diversity will be from Team Liquid, we send it back to the Shiva squad to break it all down.
Thank you very much, Snare. Tundra and Team Liquid this entire season. The first two tours, it was Team Liquid having Tundra's number time and time again, but then Tour 3 comes around and it is no more Liquid favored. Tundra has been having their number, and this event still the same. We have both of these teams coming out of Group A. They tied in their group, which was nice, but then they met in the upper bracket, and it was Tundra that knocked Team Liquid down just a couple of days ago, and it was a 2-0 clean sweep by Tundra. The question is, did Liquid learn enough to be able to turn the tides and make their third Grand Major finals this year? That is the main question we're going to see answered. It's time to get into the nitty-gritty of it. It's time to talk about some Dota stuff. Rezo, what would Team Liquid have learned from their series against Tundra?
Was it really clean though, the sweep? I think
No,
the game
maybe
2 was
it was
pretty
a
easy
little
for Liquid, right?
Yeah.
I've only niche itemized a little bit more defensive and not be all the only damage input in. But I do think that they need to be thinking about this minion type of heroes. Like the way Gaming Gladiators approached Tundra was very nice. They just banned like Enigma and Visage first phase, so they removed both minion heroes, maybe even flex heroes for Tundra, and they proceed with a priority of like Timber #1 and the second Mother. So it's something to think about for Liquid as well. Like they didn't have this much time to prepare because like their very last game was yesterday and they had to sleep, and early in the morning they have to work again. But I'm sure Blitz did not sleep. He was just all the night grinding the drafts, and I think they're gonna be doing something similar today with the priorities.
Yeah, I mean, from their drafts, you can see they are not just focusing in terms of, oh, we have to play around this strat, as mentioned before, but that can kind of throw them off a little bit, because the problem they had with Tundra was really just they didn't have enough heroes to deal with micro heroes, as Rezo kind of mentioned. But it's not a bad thing to have at least to arrange, okay, we can play wherever we want, but there will be one or two heroes, at least two heroes, one from the support maybe and one from a core definitely, to be able to deal with waves at least. Because the way I see Tundra knock Liquid down, it's not just the fights where Nisha kind of, like got overwhelmed because he didn't have BKB, he didn't have the right items. It was also because Tundra recognized that, hey, even if we lose one guy on the other side of the map, but we just keep pushing this side of the map, and they can't fight us, they don't have the right ingredients, we can still overthrow them. So I just think maybe Liquid should kind of think about that in regard how to adapt to Tundra's playstyle. But yeah, I think they are on the right path. It's just a little bit more specific stuff to adjust.
Yeah, I mean the lane push mechanics is definitely a big fan of this tournament. Whoever has the better lane pushing mechanic, they're usually come on top, because it's like so easier to play the map since it's so big, and to deal with the waves you actually like need to show the heroes. It means that you can make plays with these heroes, and if you have something like illusions or like creeps to make sure they're pushing it for you, then your plays are very wide. And also, like, I mean, Liquid were playing Tundra in the upper bracket before, not the same level motivation. Now it's gonna be a different story.
That's true. Different Liquid in the lower bracket.
Yeah.
The wave pressure has been Tundra's sort of signature calling card, right, to their success. Just the ability to be constantly pushing waves in different parts of the map, so that even if you have like a small advantage on the other team, it's very hard for you to actually push or capitalize it without either giving up on something in return.
Yeah.
And I think we saw a bit of that, I would say, in the Liquid series, although it was more about, I guess, Liquid's kind of making mistakes. like on some of their high ground progressions as well. But I think that if there's a vulnerability for Liquid, that's what they've shown in this tournament. This is a scary team that will be able to play pretty good fast tempo out of lanes in a lot of matches, but sometimes in the mid game something goes wrong. There's a bit of lack of coordination or someone's not on the same page, and it leads to a trouble spot for them. And Tundra will happily take that, will happily spread the map out to make you be crisp and precise on those, and then get like some strange last pick hero to be able to take over the game as well. And this morph ban I think if there's one thing against Liquid or with Liquid in this tournament, you do not give them morphling, and you probably don't want to take it yourself either.
Team Liquid decided to take their own approach to the bans in this series. It's probably because of the last series they played against Syndra. They were scared of the tiny pick from snaking, but I'm not really sure if it's better than just banning Visage out and not giving this AI comfort zone before he can, enter out the map.
5 seconds remaining. Yesterday, what we saw in quite a few of the games, there was a big impact on who has overall last pick in the draft, who is second pick, and it was Tundra that had priority this time around. They did choose to go second pick. They got Dire with it as well because Liquid chose Radiant. But that means that Tundra has last pick, and we all know Tundra with last pick is so scary, Aurora.
Yeah, I mean, that's the thing, right? They always have these cheese pick heroes. That's why they are abusing the second pick order so well. But I would think Liquid kind of already see that, because the way they ban their heroes, like Resolution said, banning the tiny, okay, understandable, snaking is doing very well with it, but is it worth the ban though? Because there's still a lot of heroes like even Enchantress, Timber, all this, but we see that they have planned for this. They want the Timber because they know either the teams will have to take Morphling out, so there's no just strong way to counter this Timber from just the draft wise. So they're just gonna pick this Timber and go from there. But like Tundra, I'm pretty sure they have like a lot of heroes up their sleeves. They probably are thinking of, just abusing the Snapfire, because I think Snapfire is quite good against Timber in a way, but she has to be a core. She is good against Timber, like just in foundation wise from the spells, but she also has to scale and pull out the GPK thing, just having so many datas and damage and just press third spell, pew, 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 and everyone just dies, right? But I would say Timber can kind of last from that because he is an armor hero, but still no one can really survive from this Snapfire late game, I think.
Yeah, I mean, I'm surprised they let the Ench through, because I think it's the best AI hero. And yeah, this is like the theme of this tournament, that people are from the first pick picking two cores, because on the 8th you actually can have to pick a core, because you have such an easy time preparing the bans for him, and you already see the lane, right? You see the Doom. There's gonna be probably another hero from snaking going up there, but Bloodseeker is already good against Doom as a matchup.
Yeah. I bet they were debating whether they might still have wanted the Undying as they normally do, but they had to be core, as you said. We're gonna see Team Liquid trying to protect their picks with some of the bans. Same thing goes for Tundra.
And there's enough supports left in this pool, these Pugnas, Undying, and Skyrats, stuff like that, that maybe they didn't feel too urgently need to pick it up quickly. And also, I think on first pick, because you're playing against second pick that has these counters late in the draft, you can first take these either more flexible cores or cores that you're not worried about getting countered in the lane, and then try to construct stronger lanes with them and build your draft around that. So it does make sense for them.
Yeah. I mean, I like the Doom pickup as well, because in the first phase, Medusa and Morphling are banned, and I think those two are the best Doom counters in the game. So he's gonna lane against Bloodseeker, but it's not as scary as it was with the others.
I quite like this Bloodseeker pickup actually, because if you think about all the first phase, right, when you take two heroes and you don't take them together, especially at the 8th slot, you kind of have to pick a hero that can solve the problems of your first hero. So Timber, he kind of don't want to lane all these magic heroes, or don't want to play against so many magical heroes. But Bloodseeker is kind of the counter towards magical heroes, because you can have this blood ritual and you can't just keep channeling your spells. You can just walk in and try and kill this Timber. It's a really good hero in terms of that. And with the Rupture as well, I think it just makes the other team need to pick someone to just stand there and hit. But that's exactly what Timber wants. He wants you to stand there and hit, and he just use his chakra and abuse you, and just dish out all damage on your hero. And that's how I feel these two heroes complement each other. But they can get kind of wonky in a way where, so let's say these two heroes in the late game, they don't want to play alone. They want the team to play around them. Timber needs lockdown. Bloodseeker needs someone to go in. So they might be suffering the same issue that they had before against Tundra, which is like the wave issue. Sure, Timber can cut the waves, but if you can see Timber on one side of the map and you can already know that it's not on the other side, let's go to the other side and take all the resources over there. So yeah, I'm not sure how Liquid is going to tackle that part of the game.
Well, they'll try to do so with Iron Lash.
Oh, that's a different story. I like this one. I like this one. Just stealing the stretch from gaming. I don't think they ever played IO in this tournament ever, right?
Correct.
I think so.
Just something very new.
This is something that I think Gamerin was running first phase at the start of the tournament, then it kind of got dropped to second phase. We saw Aster and some other teams run it. I think the thing that stands out to me about the Liquid draft right now is they have an absolute ton of sustain. And on the side of Tundra, if you either are counting on like sort of burst or things that end the fight early, so for instance like a Doom or something, right? You want to Doom someone and basically go in on that target and help that take the fight. Playing against a lineup that has these layers of sustain and save can create like a very scary early game timing here, where they're just kind of running at you together and you can't kill any of them. So that's something to look out for here. And if you look at the things that they ban, you know, for instance like a Void, things like that can hold down certain heroes in place and stop them so you can kill them. I think that kind of sets up for what they're planning to do here with the draft.
Yeah, I mean, I think Liquid side they're going for some boxy active hero. I don't know whether it's gonna be Insania, IO, or boxy. I'd rather prefer it to be Insania here, just to stay with the Bloodseeker on the lane and have that insane sustain. And for Timber, like they need a lane partner. It's either gonna be active hero like a Scarlet Mage or. I mean, they need some setup, to be honest. They don't have a really good setup on their lineup right now. It's either going to be like Disruptor or...
Just get a Mirana out there. Boxy doesn't need a stun to land arrows. Easy.
Ursa is a pretty big hero. I know people are not rating Ursa right now because, you know, the nerf of the Battle Fury. Now it's way harder to get to the ring. And just like not very solid hero because you spend so much time on the region and gold on the region on the lane. But it's a very good pick in this game. There's nothing to stop him really. Like he's a perfect matchup against Bloodseeker. You don't really care about his Rapture. You kind of have a pressure on Timbersaw as well. Like you have a kill potential on him at all times.
Yeah, and I assume this Enchantress is going to go with the Ursa, right? So they just have to take out supports that can make this Ursa feel very difficult to lane, and they'll be fine because when you pick Ayo, it's very easy in the sense that he's not a hero that can harass you in the lane as much. He needs the core to be able to do that, but Timber kind of don't want to push the lane, and like Rezo mentioned, it'll be better for the Ayo to just go with Berserker and sustain against the Doom lane. So I think it's just not enough for pressuring this Ursa, and on top of that there's already Enchantress, you know, like just making the lane hard, making jungle like impossible to cross. I am still a Team Liquid fan here though, especially when they pick this Lash. I love Lash, I'm a sim for Lash, but I will change 180 if Tundra just picks this Winter Weapon mid. Come on, 9 please. I've been waiting for the entire tournament and he hasn't pulled this hero out. Come on please.
I like this suggestion, it's a good one.
You have asked for that
is amazing as hell, right?
Yeah, it also helps like stall out the game a little bit, right? Plus you deal with like the heal and sustain. I'd also like this Ursa pick because now with the IO Lesh you see the lane, so you know you're getting a good lane against Timbersaw. You talked about the Bloodseeker as a hero that doesn't like to fight things, that don't mind standing there and just going toe-to-toe. Obviously Ursa fits that description. And then I think for Liquid's draft, they'll probably just finish off with some additional disable perhaps, like you mentioned the Snapfire or something like that before. It gives them a little bit of lockdown that also has like a save component. But for Tundra, yeah, like, I mean, Wyvern looks
I
solid.
would be surprised to see even Tuskar here on this spot. That's something that they were doing so much on TI, but after that, not really.
Yeah,
but
I think we have only seen it once this major, right?
Tuskar?
Tusk on Boxy once.
No, the Tundra. Mid-Tusk.
Oh, mid-Tusk. Oh,
yeah,
we have not seen that one yet.
They need some active hero. And, Tusk is really good against Leshrac, I think. You have that burst potential.
Tusk was considered a Lesh counter for a while, right?
Yeah.
You're just able to snowball in and blow him up.
Yeah.
But the danger with that is if you do that and like let's say you mess up once or twice, you don't get the kill, like they out-sustain you and then you're in deep trouble. So.
Yeah.
You want to know the wildest mid when you're dealing with IO Lash?
Tell us.
To Deparation.
Oh.
I don't mind it here because we can see Liquid's draft is all about, you know, lifesteal sustain. It's not too bad, but it's because they picked this
Sniper.
Ursa. I think they need the mid hero to be kind of covering a lot of area, which is like wave clearing or like, you know, just
It's
having
just
some...
wishful thinking, though.
Yeah, I know, but I like that idea, honestly. I pick the AA if I see so many heals from the other side. But, I mean, let's not put this kind of pressure on our team to deal with everything else, right?
True.
Especially Wind Ranger is also kind of...
You may now
Oh
select
my God.
your heroes.
What do you think about
Sniper
Sniper?
Roman, you were calling it.
I mean, I just saw him hovering over the sniper back on
Oh,
the
I
screen.
see.
That's why
see.
I call it. I mean, I'd much rather prefer them having some active hero from the mid lane that, you know, like Wyvern or Tusk that could set up kills potentially for them. But with the sniper, they're kind of like super greedy. But at the same time, I understand the logic behind it because they have like super active support, so they can actually rotate to the mid lane and, you know, pressure this Leshrac super hard, and they can actually win this 3v3 super easily because Liquid lineup is not really like particularly good against that.
Yeah.
I don't know. I just like Tundra lineup way more in this game.
Yeah. Tundra has got a decent lineup, so does Team Liquid, but there's only one way to find out who actually comes out ahead, and it's not our theory crafting, it's the game actually being played, and that's why we are heading over to Cap and SVG.
Welcome everyone to the lower bracket finals of the Bali Major. Tundra versus Team Liquid. A redemption arc for Liquid or a chance for Tundra to secure a spot in the grand finals and show that AUI 2000 certainly hasn't lost a beat, man. This has been an impressive run by them so far.
It's been a weird run, a very impressive one as well. It's not often you go into the lower bracket, go back into the upper bracket, then go back into the lower bracket, and then try and make it back into the upper bracket at the final end of the day. So, I mean, they're all over the place, but they definitely made it work. They're looking pretty solid considering the circumstances, and yeah, top 3, not bad at all. Chance for top 2. If they can defeat an old foe in Liquid here, pull the upset. I feel like it would be an upset just because of how dominant Liquid's been, and they haven't lost a lower bracket match yet this year.
That's true. They've just been kind of cruising through lower brackets since Tundra set them down here, and they're going to do it. They're going to try and beat Liquid with a hero that hasn't been picked up super often at this tournament. They're not really seen a ton in this meta, but was picked up in game 1 and the last time they met in the upper bracket by Team Liquid. Mickey played the sniper, and it was a 52-minute game, and Liquid did end up losing that. Now Tundra are going to turn that sniper back around on Liquid and see if they can beat him with it.
That was the sniper versus Enigma game you're talking about? Or
Yeah.
the other one? That sniper did not impress me. I don't know. The damage felt like it just fell the hell off. I think there's a pool of agi carries in the meta right now where if you don't scale, at least with one item ahead of the enemy, you feel like you don't do enough damage. I don't know if it's a universal stat thing or whatever. I think sniper falls in that category. Sometimes you're like 5 slotted and I mean the pew-pews are nothing. They don't do anything. So hopefully that's not the case here. I also kind of want this 9 sniper to be more active, some better item build in terms of being able to join the early fights and skirmishes and not just play Omega greedy.
Yeah, I mean, there is a difference between these two snipers positioning-wise, right? The 1 versus a 2 position. And while, you know, you can be a mid laner and be a hard carry, that is possible, but it's not really favored in the meta right now. And also, he's just got other heroes to scale for him. He doesn't have to be the be-all, end-all of late-game damage like I think Mickey kind of had to be. Here, he's got an Ursa who will just carry late game just perfectly fine.
And Enchantress.
That is true.
And a Rubik who can steal Rupture or Leshrac Stun or Chakram. There's really good Rubik spells for Snaking to pull out this game. So there's some decent scale behind the sniper. I still think 9's itemization is going to be really important to Tundra and how they play around him. And if you're Liquid, you're trying to just kind of snowball this game with a very game-oriented lineup in the IO Lesh plus like a Bloodseeker Timber, independent side laners with 2 supports who can also go and play through the mid hero here in Nisha and just snowball through the Disco Pony. I like both drafts, honestly. I think I would actually lean towards Liquids a bit more because I think the little ganks and the synergy is a bit higher. They have a crap ton of damage between the 3 cores. IO to help the heroes run in it, and then Wind Rangers is there to give them the stun. This Wind Ranger Timber combo is a very strong combination, not just the lane, but in the game. It's the combo that OG ran at Stockholm, and there's a reason it works. It's like Timber Shaker. Just long range, instant stun that can set up all this damage that gets pumped in. Tends to be a good setup for winning Dota games.
And a hero that is able to have an impact in the lane while also not like always sitting there soaking the experience, which I think is sometimes nice for Timbersaw to get that fast, level 2, 3 area.
And it can battle the Enchantress. So if you're not going to stay on the lane and you want to fight the support on the side or deal with camps, Wind Ranger can do okay in the earlier waves. Bit rough later on when you get Wind Run dispelled and that type of shenanigans. For the early game, though, I think Zai should be happy in this Ursa matchup, which can sometimes be difficult later on. Though it's the new Timbersaw and it's the new Ursa. Maybe that's a bigger factor. This hero is 1-3 at this tournament. He's only won a single game.
And by that you mean the Ursa?
Yes. And
We've seen plenty more Timbersaw than that.
It was Gaiman who got the dub with the Ursa too, so that, I don't even know if that counts.
Sure.
Yeah. I'm not going to count it. Basically, this hero hasn't won a real game.
So this will kind of put it to the test. Why is the Ursa so bad right now?
His laning's really weak. His level 1 and 2 are basically useless. Clap got nerfed and damaged. It's a very expensive spell for what it does. He gives some stick charges away as well whenever he goes in on you. He doesn't buy a cheap regen item early, so his staying power in the lane can sometimes be very lackluster. And then his scale's still there, kind of, but it's also dependent on getting Roshans. And there's a lot of fast lineups that can contest the early Roshans away from the Ursa. We've seen the same thing with the TA. Like these Aura lineups with Beast or Lycan, sometimes just get in there 15 minutes. I think that also hurts him.
Yeah, I mean, it's a pretty sad affair when your level 1 is a lot weaker and Timbersaw is able to battle back against you, right-click against right-click, without reactive armor, which is what Zai has been able to do in a lot of these little skirmishes so far.
The future.
Let's talk about our other lane here, the safe lane for Team Liquid. We've got the IO Bloodseeker in a matchup against Rubik Doom, which it also seems like they are battling quite a bit. Insani is going to be able to get the Lotus, though. A big win for an IO lineup.
That is a very valuable Lotus here, and this is a strong lane as well. This goes back to the European DPC.
Oh, shit.
He's kind of bringing out some forgotten technology with this IO Bloodseeker that was just running people over through lanes because the Thirst gets powered up. You amp it even more. I mean, Mickey is already running around 550 MS here, and you don't even have that low of heroes. You have some half HP ones still. Level 2 Thirst already online. This is a hard lane for 33 to go up in. He doesn't have a really good neutral creep to use either. I think he's just dead.
Yeah, they're probably going to run him down here. Snake King can do what he can to stall it, but frankly, they have far too much movement speed. Meanwhile, the battle in the mid lane looks like 9 is going to die, and they actually get first blood before Mickey can get it. Mickey tips Nisha as a result.
That is a tough kill to get. This is not an easy Leshrac matchup. Maybe easier you don't go Shrapnel now. Still, it is hard to gap close, find the stun connection. He's going to lose a lot of regen here, too. If he gets both water runes, maybe he's happy.
Yeah, that's would be ideal, but I think 9 is already back into play and is able to threaten him off of that one, so.
I'm surprised Nisha found that. That's a lot of extra XP. He's going to go heal, so not going to heal. He's going to stay around. Still a very tough lane. 9 denies already on 9. He was winning the CS battle pretty hard.
Yeah. But Nisha just taking into him, and the harass war ends up getting a kill and probably helping the bottom lane get their kill in the first place because the sniper was so low for so long.
Liquid pulling ahead in these lanes, especially with this Bloodseeker still powered up. Just no answer to this lane between the Rubik and the Doom. They are not good at dealing with the regen sustain from the IO. This is a decent IO lane. I think we've had a lot of people talk about this hero not being strong on lanes, having issues getting through the early game. This is one of those lanes where I actually think he does fine because there's not a huge amount of burst coming out from the Doom Rubik, especially with Devour being skilled, not Infernal Blade, and the Bloodseeker is self-sustaining. So he can just frontline for the IO in the lane, you continuously heal up, extra move speed, you can fight out the attacks.
Power shot not quite enough. The Timber Chain just a little bit shy, but AUI has nowhere he can really run to. Timbersaw a bit faster, and with a low health Enchantress, Mickey and Insania immediately pounce on the bottom lane. Go for a second kill, both supports on Tundra dying.
Tundra at this point just telling people to stop getting low. It's killing all 3 lanes here simultaneously.
Yeah, but how do you do that against Wind Ranger Timbersaw? That's a... You're right, this duo does have like a lot of just constant harassment and kill power.
And that's the nice thing about Liquid's draft for the Bloodseeker. It's all damage. I don't think Vikke is going to have issues leveling up the Thirst here and getting into these fights with an Iolesh and a Timbersaw. Even Wind Ranger can bring some heroes down pretty fast.
And, you know, I think if you're a Liquid fan, it is good to see Mikke have a good start in the first place because, uh-oh, Nisha had a bit of trouble here. Snaking, toss him back with the telekinesis. Uh-oh, he's going to turn around with the IO. Disaster for Tundra as 9 is going to die right next to Snaking. An attempted gank on the Leshrac goes wrong. Nisha turns around and gets a double.
Nowhere close to the damage to take down this Lesh with an IO who can always TP in. 6 Shackle by Boxy, and the Max Lightning pays off for Nisha as he gets the final proc onto that sniper. This lane has just not worked out, though I don't know if it's done better than the other 2 lanes here for Tundra. Somehow Skeeter is doing the best on what I would have thought would have been the weakest laner here.
Yeah.
Maybe AOI giving up a death created some space. But it's looking like a rough sniper early game. And this is generally not a hero you want to fall behind, particularly when you last pick him into a known matchup that's favorable with a gank option with the Enchantress.
That is pretty brutal. Nice shackle shot, gets more damage onto Skeeter. Level 5, so he doesn't have the enrage, so he might just die here. Skeeter's going to have to pull out some jukes underneath the tower. Needs TP rotations. They're going to come in now. Snaking shows up, tries to stall out the Timbersaw, and Zai gets low enough he can't really chase.
Yeah, Phase Boots doing some work here. Still had a salve up, so he's going to come back into this fight. Look for Boxy, they get the Purge, and that's a guaranteed kill. Nice turnaround from Skeeter, making some magic happen for Tundra early game, and they need it. As 33 is back to wave pulling shenanigans. He's trapped himself.
He trapped himself, and now he's going to die.
What's this?
To Nisha showing up. They actually clip for it to make sure 33 can't actually get any CS. What a weird set of circumstances.
What was he trying to do?
I
don't
zero
even
clue.
I don't even understand. Why is he pulling him down there, getting trapped? Is he just too next level for himself? He out-nerded himself, or what?
I thought for a second he was just pulling him back and then TPing. I thought he was going to, like, double up the wave or something. But
I just don't know why he would... Whatever. I mean, that's just a bizarre play. Somebody smarter than me should have an explanation. Maybe he does. Maybe he doesn't. Maybe it's just the pressure of this early game adding up. I agree. I think he just wanted to stack the waves. It's unnecessary to trap himself. Sai in a little trouble.
Catching him again, Timber Chain. Oh, barely gets away. Snaking a little bit early. Oh, the lightning got him from the heartbeat. Well played, AUI 2000.
That barely did enough damage. That is so close with the reductions. Like 5 extra.
A much needed kill for Tundra. They now have 2 on the board as they were falling behind in this laning phase, but beginning to cut down some of the losses here.
That was also the Harpy Night Vision, right?
50, 60. Dude, how much does this lightning do? He had 81 health.
I mean, it does 140. It dealt 99 post-reduction. So that was pretty damn close. I also don't think they get that if it doesn't have the night vision there.
Oh, that's also
true. The range. Very heads up play. It'll skew this lane back in the favor of the Ursa. And if you're going to pick a hero on Tundra to have a good game in scale, it's probably the Ursa here. I mean, you wish Sniper had a better early game. It's just going to have to be Skeeter that carries the brunt of the damage, especially going late here. He has to cut through the Timber. He has to man fight the Bloodseeker. He has to deal with the Leshrac when you go in with presumably a Basher later on. You really want a big Ursa this game. You want to get some Ancient stacks up for him, so when the Battle Fury hits, it hits as hard as possible. And that means keeping your tier 1s up and keeping some map control here if you're Tundra. Probably another defensive-oriented game from them that we've seen most of the tournament. That is, in theory, where the Sniper shines. Like, if you're going to try and dive or pressure these towers with the Iolesh, and Sniper is there waiting, that's a good fight for 9. You cannot throw those types of engagements Tundra's way. Give them a lot of gold back. And Nisha went for the Yules. So
rotation coming through. Too many heroes, though, perhaps, for them to deal with. Mikke shows up with a Rupture through the portal. They do have the relocate that's going to be coming through, and Zai is going to survive as a result. They'll easily pick apart Skeeter, who gets tossed into the air by the Yules. 9 keeping Liquid back from being able to get more kills. But Tundra just a little bit outnumbered here as more rotations. Insania went back from the relocation, but TP's in so we can rejoin Nisha to help run down more heroes. They're going to get after Snake King, slow him down with the Chakram, and an easy pickup for Zai.
You have to think about the sustain coming out here. You get caught in these long, drawn-out fights where Liquid can re-engage, and they
found
found
him. Got the
Nine.
Yules on him. 9 unable to TP away. Maybe should have hidden deeper into the trees.
This Yules has already paid off.
Oh, yeah.
2 big pickoffs. It's going to be great versus the Ursa for most of the game. An extra stun that Liquid can really take advantage of because their lineup wants them. And it's kind of interesting that we're seeing the comeback of this Leshrac Yules build that was gone for so long in the meta. It felt like maybe 4 years it's been out. And then all of a sudden, we see like Dark Mago playing Yules Blink. Looks pretty good, and now it's back.
Now, I assume he's not going to go Blink just because he's with an IO. Do you think he's just going to go back for like the Bloodstone build?
Yeah, I don't think he has to go Blink here. I don't think it's necessary. I think Liquid are just going to play to run a Tundra. They don't need to jump on any crazy backline here. You could think it is an interesting idea though. Do you go the Blink or do you go the Bloodstone? Because the other thing is the Bloodstone build. A lot of times you went Bloodstone into like Blink Hex. Blink was a part of that build in a lot of those situations anyway.
Yeah.
So I could see Nisha considering it here, or maybe the order. Maybe you get the Bloodstone first into the Blink, and then you're just a absolute beast, right? You can always disassemble the Arcane Boots. Looks like he is running the Mask out, so it will be Bloodstone first, and I think this is very logical when you have the IO to just buff it up. You're still running this IO Lesh. He's incredibly farmed. He's had stacks here, 120 CS at the 12-minute mark, and he'll take a Golem to boot. Golem Rune is a haste bottom. That is very nice for Tundras. If that rune went into the pony's pocket.
Oh, jeez.
That is a rough team fight.
A hasted Leshrac IO running at you. There's no way you stop that.
And the towers are going to start falling here if you're not ready to fight behind your sniper. I don't think Tundra are. They don't even have a core item. I mean, they have Midas on 33, but you're still looking for Battle Fury for Skeeter. You're still looking for a 4-stat burst for 9. Just feels terrible on the map.
Heavy rotations here for a simple Rubik pick off. They use Rupture and they use Relocate for it.
Are we already in Tundra rat mode? I feel like we are.
Might be, yeah.
I think the Centaur pulling top wave tells me at 12 minutes we're already in let's stall the game and go late, guys. Surely it's not that bad. Maybe it is that bad. I don't know.
They're not that down in net worth, but it does feel like just the pace of the game that Tundra's not really able to fight back. They still, like, they have too many heroes that need to scale. Like you said, like, there's a healthy amount of net worth on kind of like a dead item and Hand of Midas. And the Ursa can't really fight this lineup. There's way too many kiting capabilities here.
I guess it's just pull waves. Double wave gets pulled. Triple wave, actually, by AUI. Nine's like, oh, man. I got a quad wave mid? Dang. Only I was Alchemist. And the Liquid see this.
To work.
Look at her like, time to push the tower, guys. We have a quad wave.
Shackle Shot goes out, Force Staff gets him away, out of range of any trees. Zai pushed back underneath the tier 2, and Doom actually showing up, immediately getting stunned, but he does manage to get off his ult onto the Leshrac. Now they're going to try and slow him down with a Chakram. Skeeter getting on top of it. Nisha, Leshrac as well. So much attention, but Zai, he slows him down enough. Gives up part of his own life to make sure that
he survives.
And a beautiful shackle shot, locking down Snaking and 9. 9's going to be run down. Mickey is just cleaning up house right now. Skeeter even, long timber chain, perfectly placed by Zai. That catches up to Skeeter, and that's going to be a team wipe. 5-0 to the favor of Liquid.
This lineup's just way too fast for Tundra. That is a fight they need to win to maintain control of the map.
Going to take the Wisdom Rune too.
Dirty. 10 on the IO with Mech. Insania has done work in these early fights, and it's just a near perfect game for Liquid so far. There's not the early damage to fight back. This sniper pick has not done its job, which was to slow down the Leshrac and provide a hero Tundra could take these tier 1 defensive fights around. These Shrapnels and ult are not doing enough into the healing that's already out from Liquid here.
I think they maybe would have had enough, but Nisha got off the Yules right before he got doomed. So he stalled up Skeeter for a solid amount of time.
That's the issue. The Ursa, his early game impact is not where this hero shines. And it goes to the draft that Tundra proposed here. What is the early game, right? I feel like all 3 cores need a lot, especially if the sniper does not win his lane and go some early Diffusal or Mage Slayer or whatever it is.
Yeah, and we've seen, you know, this Liquid squad is comfortable with trying some timing-based lineups, right?
100%. They run the Lone Druid a lot. I think that's their best version of it. But they'll do the Lycan, they'll do the Beast. It's a lot of times through Zai on a Summons hero. IO Lesh is another way you can just up the pace. Bloodstone already done. Arcane Rune on top of it. and you have this mech to back you up, Nisha feels immortal. He just took a tier 2 at 15 minutes. This game is already out of control, 10k gold lead. And what is your short-term answer?
Well, we're going to have to reach deep into AUI's bag of tricks here to stall this game out.
I don't know if he has the wave pulling capability to stall this one. The thing is, the IO reload is also really good versus these shenanigans, because you can just run Boxy somewhere, shackle somebody into a relocate, they're dead. Yeah. You don't even lose map control. So I don't even know if you can rat this game out too easily.
Maybe part of the reason that Liquid opted for this IO pick. The pairing that is going to get the kill on Snaking. So more and more pickoffs, the map getting incredibly small for Tundra now. Relocate on the other side off of the Rupture. They can't go anywhere. They have to turn and fight. Hope to get a kill on at least Mickey, but it's just not going to happen. Mickey heals up off the Doom kill. More rotations from Skeeter and Nine. They're going for Nisha here, the Bloodstone.
Yeah, no tether.
They may not be able to fight through this one. The self-fuels gives them some time. Skeeter activates the Enrage and rips through Nisha. Finally, a kill going the way of Tundra, but again, it's a lost team fight. And Mickey, he's going to try and run down some heroes here. Not pushing him back time and time again. Mickey, it's going to be close call, but he gets the kill just before Snaking can stop him. The telekinesis does nothing, and he gets a shackle, which Mickey will clean up now. The Rubicon, and now with an ultra kill, he's looking to get the rampage. He's going to run down Skeeter, and it's going to be a rampage for Mickey.
17 minutes, just way too early for you to be giving this to a Bloodseeker here. Atos pays off in that fight. And damn, does this Insania IO look good. He just keeps his cores alive for so damn long. The triple sustain also helps here. Gale Force picked up by Boxy, blocking Tundra in a cage they do not want to be in. This lineup has just come completely online. Sure, you find a Leshrac there. What does it do for you? It gets you to an Ursa Battle Fury? I don't think you're going to have space to